Hey guys, it's Dana. I wanted to take a minute and reiterate something that I think is critically important to you. It needs to be important to you and to your dog's well being. I see this issue all the time, and at the risk of potentially hurting a couple of people's feelings who I've had this conversation with one on one, I don't want them to feel like I'm throwing anybody under the bus. But this topic happens too often, and I want everybody to be aware and to take action appropriately. We are seeing a significant amount of dogs in this country and around the world being diagnosed with devastating diseases. I'm not naming any names, right? But devastating diseases. And when that happens, people react. We become very desperate to try something that will change that outcome. Most people hear that we need to change the dog's diet, right? We need to get them off of kibble and onto whole foods. I encourage you to do that long before you get such a diagnosis. But when people start making that shift, they move to a very imbalanced diet. At least with kibble, the diet is balanced to a minimum level. It's still filled with carbohydrates and sugars and things that are not appropriate for our dog's dietary needs, right? But it is quote unquote balanced in terms of its phosphorus to calcium ratio. Vitamins get added into the bag. They are typically synthetic, but synthetic is better than none. Okay, so your dog may not be getting enough of the right nutrition in kibble, but at least by minimum standards, it's balanced. The mistake most people make when they shift into home prepared foods is a completely imbalanced diet. We throw in some meat, we throw in some green beans, no nutrition in green beans, fiber maybe, filler to keep them full, yes, but we're not extracting nutrition out of a green bean. The other common things that I see are carrots, sweet peas, and rice of some sort, even brown rice. 3 primary carbohydrates, right? Peas are going to give you a little bit of protein, but we're throwing off that balance again. When you look at a meat source, a protein source, it needs to include meat, the meat part of the animal, fat, right? Your dogs need fat. And if they are aging and if they are unhealthy, they may need more fat than the average healthy young adult dog. They need muscle meat. They need organ meat, right? They need omegas, omega-6. If you're only feeding chicken, you're only getting omega-6 and not omega-3 that you would get from a fish-based diet, right? So you need a balance of omega-6 and omega-3. They both have to be present. For all that meat you're throwing in the bowl, where's the calcium coming from? If you don't know the answer to that, your diet is not balanced. So throwing a dog with these devastating diagnoses into a new diet that's unbalanced is potentially more harmful than you think it is, right? I want you to get this right. And so whether it's consulting with a holistic veterinarian versus your traditional veterinarian who does not study nutrition, or a certified animal nutritionist or whatever, go get help, please. There are a lot of groups out there and a lot of keyboard warriors who will tell you how to change your diet, but they may not be telling you accurately. They may not be telling you, what about this vitamin? What about this mineral? Right? Important stuff. When you shift your dog off of kibble, their body does not currently make the digestive enzymes that it needs to process whole foods appropriately. A digestive enzyme must be added. When we change foods, sorry, this dog's playing. When we change food, and frankly for any food, right? Kibble feeders and otherwise, you need a digestive enzyme, but you probably also need a probiotic led by a good prebiotic. This is what's going to help your dog's gut flora get into balance so that the nutrition going in actually works. Okay? So this is crazy, crazy important stuff. So I know most people, their intentions are good, but they are uninformed on the depth of this topic and the importance of this topic. We are trying to do good things, but we're not doing a complete thing. So I beg you, don't just wing it, get some help. I will also throw in here, I'm not going to tell you that essential oils are magic in these devastating diagnoses, but they are absolutely beneficial, right? Absolutely beneficial in two ways. One is the emotional aspect of what's going on, right? The spirit, the emotion, the mind for that animal and for its caregiver. Totally important and essential. There is also a wellness component to this. Raleigh, you're making my important conversation too loud. There's a wellness aspect to it, right? Helping to keep all the things in balance and to bring the body, mind, Raleigh, bring the body, mind, and spirit into balance is super important. And there are essential oils that will help with the healing and the reparation of the tissue health and the gut health and the energetic health of your animal. So I beg you to please stop. Talk to your friends and family and ask them to stop. Go to my Canine Coach business page and share this video and have them stop winging it. You can't wing this thing, right? It takes a lot of time to put all the pieces of the puzzle together. And what you're going to find in some of these Facebook groups is somebody who knows a little bit about their experience, which might not be your experience, right? It may be similar, but they may not give you a complete thing to look at, right? So even if you go down the path of looking for turmeric or vitamin C, which are common things to bring into these equations, you have to step back and say, can I use that in this circumstance with all the other aspects of things that I'm working on or the medications that my dog is taking? Is there a contraindication to that, right? You got to put the pieces of the puzzle together, and I'm willing to wager 99% of the folks out there need help doing that. So to all of you struggling, I should have put her on place and I didn't. To all of those of you who are struggling with this issue, I'm so sorry you're having to go through it, but there are a boatload of resources that are going to help you. Please, please, please seek them out.